Hello internet friends, happy Friday. In today's video we're still working on the trim servo tray, dimpling and riveting some nut plates to it. Nut plates are basically connectors that let you use screws, for anyone that didn't know that. Actually, doing this really showed me the value of the RV community. While I was dimpling this, I realized that in order to make this work, you need a number 6 dimple die. And normally the holes you work with are like number 40 and number 30, but I didn't realize I needed a number 6 because I didn't read ahead well enough. And so I just put out on Facebook on the EAA chapter 1300 group, hey, does anyone have a number 6 dimple die? And someone actually replied within a couple minutes saying, hey, yeah, come on over and borrow the dimple die. So thanks, Peter, that let me borrow your dimple die, because then I was able to continue on and make progress with this. And that's how a lot of this goes, is having the right tool. Like, it's not hard if you have the right tool. Then you stick the right tool in the right hole, and you make the part, right? So, so anyway, my goal is to kind of help pay it forward, which is one of the reasons why I'm recording these videos, to show that any idiot can do this as long as you can stick the right tool in the right hole. And if anyone needs to borrow a number 6 dimple die, I've since bought one, so now I have a number 6 dimple die. I don't know if I'll ever need to use it. I haven't read that far ahead in the plans, at least not on the elevators. And that's another thing. The dimple die was like 15 bucks. Like, it's not expensive. It's just annoying when you don't have the right tool. So I just have an attitude of, like, if it says I need a tool, I'm just going to buy it, because it's less annoying to have a tool that you don't need than need a tool that you don't have. So right now, you see me deburring the pushrod connectors. Basically, rivet 3 pieces of metal together to make this pushrod for the trim servo. And one of the challenges is that it's kind of just a little thin piece of metal, so I didn't exactly want to smash it with the squeezer, because I thought it might bend. So I figured I would try to back rivet it with a squeezer, and the way I did that, you'll see in a minute, but I basically just clamped the push rod to the to my back riveting plate there, and then use a squeezer to squeeze it, and I got pretty flat, so I was happy with it. Let's see, other updates. I finally got an email back from Vans about the missing pieces from my inventory kit. And like I said, there's only a handful of items, like a firewall connector and a nut plate, and or 3 nut plates. So when did I email them? I emailed them a couple weeks ago when I finished the inventory, and they finally got back to me and said, hey, are you sure you've completed the inventory? And I said yes, and they said, cool, what's your shipping address? I said this, so they made an order, and I should be getting those items. Not that I desperately need them, but I paid for them, so I might as well get them. And here you can see my back riveting method with the squeezer. So it turned out good. The plates seem to be nice and flat, or the rivets. So that was the goal, because I didn't want them sticking out on the push rod, because it's supposed to be a rod. In fact, I'm not sure why it's not an actual rod and why it's a piece of metal, but once I get it together, it will probably make a lot more sense. And training update, I finally got checked out in the Sport Cruiser yesterday, so now I can take it out all by myself. And this morning, I took it on a flight over to Boulder City and flew over McCarran, and on the way back to North Vegas, so that was fun. So here's a picture I took this morning of getting a clearance back over McCarran, back through the Bravo to North Vegas. In fact, it was a great morning. The flight was super smooth. Went over to Boulder City, did a few power off 180s. Just got familiar flying by myself in the flight sport and getting ahead of the airplane and remembering what frequencies are what after having not flown for months. So looking like a great weekend. Hope everybody else's weekend is going to be good too. See you guys in the next video.